everybody, and welcome back for another daily read aloud. I know that I haven't uploaded one in a little while now. On Monday and Tuesday I completely dropped the ball for it, but I'm going to pick it up today, and hopefully the rest of this week I can be consistent with another video tomorrow and then another one the next day. It's been a pretty busy school week with all the stuff we've got going on right now, but I'm going to try my best to not fall off the wagon of uploading these videos any further. Alright, so Blended, Sharon M. Draper. Here comes the next part. We left off on chapter 36, Mom's Week. Get up, Izzy, Mom says, shaking her foot. John Mark says if you hurry, he'll take you by Dunkin' Donuts before school. That works. It feels like a hide in your hoodie because it's chilly kind of morning. I toss the covers back, hoping my Ohio State sweatshirt is clean. I find it in the bottom of my closet, only a little bit dirty, and slide it on. Bed made, check. Face washed, check. Teeth brushed, check. Yesterday's jeans, check. Fuzzy boots, check. Hair smoothed, yeah, right. I grab my book bag and head to the kitchen. I hear John Mark's truck already running. Weird. It's too early for us to be leaving. I've warmed it up for you, Izzy, he says, reading my mind. If we hurry, we can beat the lines. He must really want that Boston cream. I give Mom a hug goodbye and dash out into the chilly morning. John Mark seems agitated and distracted as he drives. He doesn't even turn on the radio. Doesn't even look for other big trucks. He rolls into the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, then oddly pulls into a space instead of the drive-thru. He leaves the motor running, revving it up a little as he rubs his hands over his face, up and down, up and down. Do you want me to go in order? I ask, a little mystified. Are you okay? I've never seen him act like this before. He looks scared. John Mark takes a deep breath, then looks at me. I'm fine, Izzy, really, he says finally. I just wanted to talk to you alone for a few minutes. When a grown-up says that, it's never a good thing. Why? His face is growing pinker by the second. I'm waiting for him to say more. I touch my phone in my hoodie pocket, just in case he's having a heart attack, and I have to call 911. John Mark, you're kind of freaking me out, I whisper, when he still doesn't say anything, and I'm going to be late for school. I add, even though I know we're early. He exhales loudly. I'm sorry, Izzy. I just wanted to talk to you about your mom. Now the full-on danger bells ring in my head. What's wrong with Mom? Is she sick? Is she dying? I'm instantly terrified. Please don't let anything be wrong with my mom. Another part of my brain is praying crazily. No. I'm sorry, kiddo. I didn't mean to scare you. It's nothing like that. It's just... What? I practically scream. What? He goes redder, still, then blurts out, I want to ask her to marry me, but wanted to ask you first. So that's what I'm doing, asking you. Would you be okay with that? He gulps. Do you think she'll say yes? He ducks his head, almost like he's shy. And he's asking me if it's okay? I'm messing this up. Now he's rubbing his face again. Okay, this is what I wanted to say. Would you allow me the honor of being your stepdad? He's now so red, I'm sure he's going to have a heart attack. But I'm also so relieved I almost wet my pants. Is that it? My really clever response. Not. He jerks his head up and laughs. I'm sorry, I've just never been this nervous before. I open the door of the truck and hop out. I'm going into Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm going to order a large coffee for you and a cinnamon bun for me. Get yourself together, I say, then stick my tongue out a little at him. When I get back, we're going to start planning a wedding. John Mark tosses me a $20 bill. Wow, he really is feeling some kind of way today. His smile is kind of like Darren's when a girl he likes says she'll go to the game with him. All cheese. I run into the shop, order an extra large coffee, a strawberry frosted, and a blueberry muffin for him. For me, I pick out the biggest cinnamon bun in the case, plus an extra large chocolate milk. I deserve it. I stand by the door for a second, drinks and bags balanced carefully in my arms. A lady who's clearly in a hurry brushes past me, rushing to get out. I let her go by because what John Mark just told me is slowly sinking in. He wants to marry Mom. He wants to marry my mom. This is going to change everything, or will it? I take a deep breath and head out to the truck. John Mark seems calmer, breathing almost normally, but he's not turned on the radio, and he's still a little freaked out. We sip our drinks and munch on our pastries, as if our minds weren't churning with unspoken questions. When he downs the last of his coffee, he crushes the coffee cup with his hand, starts the truck with a roar, and backs out slowly. It's still very early, a full 20 minutes before we usually arrive at the school. You're sure you're on board with this? He asks as he pulls out of the parking lot. I smile as brightly as I can. Excuse me. I lick the icing off my fingers and sip the last of my chocolate milk, slowly, ever so slowly. Then I tell him, yep, go for it. She deserves a little happy in her life. I'm going to ask her real soon, he tells me, at Waffle House. You think that's okay? He's tapping his fingers on the steering wheel. I think he's terrified. Judy and Lucille and Mariah will love that, I tell him. It's true. I know they'll get all crazy excited. It will be a day that Waffle House will never forget. Then it hits me. What about Mom? Will she want a marriage proposal inside a black and yellow checkerboard decorated diner? And then what happens? My brain starts pinging with questions. Will we move to a new house? Will we start doing everything together? The grocery store, the movies, as a threesome all the time? And suddenly I have a vision of us as a new family. White mom, white dad, and me. The one who people take that quick second glance at when we sit together in a restaurant. As soon as Mom changes her name from Thornton to Metzger, I'm officially going to be an outsider. Ugh. John Mark's fingers are finally relaxing on the steering wheel. I'm kind of thinking the steering wheel is glad about that. Bizarre, I know. Well, good for him, I finally decide. He's still nervous. I could tell by how he's chattering about the weather, which is cloudy, and the traffic, which is light. He manages to get me to school on time, early even. How can something so momentous happen, and I still get to school on time? Chapter 37, Exchange Day. This Sunday, it's Mom and I who are late for the Great Exchange. Real late. Mom's car is in an accident. Mom's car is an ancient Chevy, built back in the 90s, I think. It would be cool if she just fixed it up like an antique, but it's just plain old. And even though I remind her when I think about it, the car is way overdue for an oil change and a tune-up. The appointment slip dated November of last year is still stuck to the refrigerator door with a bumblebee magnet, so her car breaks down occasionally. Today is one of those days. She's driving. John Mark's truck is in the shop. The car coughs, then farts, then just stops. She rolls it to the side of the street. Looks like we're going to have a bit of an auto adventure, she tells us. John Mark gets out his phone. I'll call AAA, but it'll take them forever to show up. Mom catches my eye, and a gleam in hers says, with sass, don't worry, I got this. John Mark looks at her with a prove-it face. Mom smirks at him with the confidence of a lady who long ago figured out how to do things without a knight in shining armor to save her. She pops the hood, fiddles with some wires, then pulls a toolbox from the trunk. Come here, she says to me. She hands me a wrench. Hold this secure while I turn the gauge. I've seen her do stuff like this before, fix leaky pipes, unplug a clogged sink, or smack a glob of spackle on a hole in the wall. She tinkers with the guts of the car, getting her hands covered with oil. It takes her a while, but eventually she calls out to John Mark. Crank it up. He does. The motor gives one short cough, then roars back to life. You're amazing, John Mark hoots at Mom as she wipes her hands on a rag. He's looking at her like she's just cured cancer or something. She beams back at him. Oh, gag me. Are we going to be late? I ask, checking my phone. Not if I break the speed limit, Mom answers, winking. She guns the engine and takes off. But even though she hurries and turns some corners way too fast, we are still crazy late as we pull into the parking lot. Mom's pale. John Mark's face is flushed. Even I'm starting to sweat. Then I spy Dad's Mercedes parked 2 cars over. Dad's sitting inside. This is not going to be good. He must have gone into the mall and come back out. Ooh, not good at all. Next to Dad's car is an empty handicap spot. There are no other free spaces. Taking it is really bad, I know. So does Mom. But she pulls into it anyway. We're only going to be a minute, she assures. She shuts off the engine. I grab my bags. Dad and Anastasia get out of the Mercedes and just stand there, arms crossed. They're not smiling either, and they don't even have a reason to be upset after last time. Mom and John Mark climb out of her car. No smiles there either. I feel like I'm watching a bad TV movie and can't change the channel. I scurry out of the back seat, my right shoulder braced against the weight of my bags, and kick the door shut. I honestly don't know what to do. Get back in the car, Izzy, Mom tells me. Now you don't need to witness this conversation. She hardly ever speaks to me in that tone of voice. I hesitate, then open her car door. I put one foot in. Then Dad roars, Isabella, get in my car. It is my custody week. His voice is downright scary. I step out of Mom's car just as she hisses, Don't you dare, Izzy, you get back into my car. I just stand there, not really sure whether I should turn right or left, go forward or backward, get in the black car or the tan one. I sniff. I will not cry. I will not cry. It is my week, Dad says, fire in his voice. Isabella, move. Phew, it's easy. Move now. I'm standing in the middle of the mall parking lot, tears not listening to my no-cry order, rolling down my face. Folks are staring, and my parents are glaring at each other, not at me. I drop all my bags in a heap, and I plunk myself down on the asphalt. I'm not going anywhere, I shout. I'm moving to Paris. Why don't all of you ever just leave me alone? I'm so angry I can't even cry. I just sit there, arms crossed, waiting for the grown-ups in my life to come to their senses. It's Anastasia who reacts first. Even though she's dressed in her velvet-looking business suit, she sits right down on the asphalt next to me and puts her arms around me. Mom, of course, can't stand this. Her ex-husband's girlfriend comforting me, so she runs over and sits down to my other side. Her soft apologies mingle with Anastasia's. Dad and John Mark just stand there, looking at the sky, at the cars, anywhere but at each other. If they say anything, I don't hear it. Finally, my two moms, yep, I said it, each take an arm, lift me up, and brush me off, while Anastasia smooths my hair. Mother grabs my bags and places them carefully in the backseat of Dad's car. Then she walks back over to me and hugs me so tight, I almost lose my breath. When she lets go, her eyes are filled with tears. Then she does something unimaginable. She walks over to Anastasia, arms outstretched. The two women embrace. I open the door to Dad's car. Mom and John Mark drive away. Chapter 38, Dad's Week. After that mess in the parking lot, Dad has been extra attentive, almost tiptoeing around me. I'm used to saying I'm sorry for doing stupid stuff, like for spilling nail polish on the bedspread, or for hiding a bad grade I got on a math quiz. But when parents apologize, it's just plain weird. Dad bought me a new pair of jeans, and he hates shopping in the teen stores. He keeps hovering when I'm practicing the piano or saying goodnight, like 50 times after I go to bed. I just want the grown-ups in my life to act normal again, whatever that is. Is normal living week to week at a different house? Is normal never being sure what normal really is? I have no idea. Since the slime stuff is at Mom's, I'm focusing on getting ready for the recital and practicing my music instead. I complain about Madame Rubenstein and her bangles and her snotty attitudes, but she really is a good piano teacher. My recital piece is nearing perfection, even according to her, but I'm starting to get nervous about the performance. What will I wear? How will I do my hair? What if my fingers get jumbled up? As she left yesterday, Madame Rubenstein touched my shoulder and said, "You have a real talent, my child. Treasure it." And then she took off one of her bangles and gave it to me. "Thank you," I sputtered. "This is, awesome." I was for real. The woman rarely gives compliments and seriously loves her bangles. I placed it on my wrist. It's way too big, but I love it. "Don't feel obligated to wear it to the recital. It might slide down and make you miss a note," she warned, but there was a hint of tease in her voice. "I just want you to have something special on your big day." Now I give the bracelet a gentle twist. I think it's real gold. I'm going to wear it the rest of the day. I play for another hour, serious pieces, and a fun little number that Anastasia found for me called Choo Choo Charlie. Then I hear my phone ding. It's a group message from Imani and Heather asking if I want to meet them at the mall on Saturday. Oh yeah. We begin furiously texting as we try to figure out what to wear, what to eat, and what stores we'll hit. Imani's mom will be there with us, but she'll just sit in the food court with baby Kendi. Her rule is that we just have to check in with her every half hour or so. Perfect. We decide to wear leggings and long shirts, but not the same colors. That's for little kids. And Converse sneakers. I've got 2 gift cards left over from Christmas. One for Lush, so we'll go there. Heather, who's so lucky, got her ears pierced for Christmas, so we've got to hit Claire's for new earrings. Neither Dad nor Mom will let me get my ears pierced, but it's still fun helping Heather. Group effort. Of course, we have to hit that pink store that just opened, too. Chapter 39, Dad's Week. On Saturday morning, I get out of bed and soak my hair in axle grease to make it lie down smoothly for the day. Well, not really, but I did find some extra hold super strong hair gel at Walgreens. I'm dressed and ready by 9. I tiptoe down to the kitchen and make myself some toast. I'm very particular about my toast, at least at Dad's house. I like 100% whole grain, wheat bread, thin sliced. I slather 2 slices with butter and pop them in the toaster oven for 3 minutes. They come out soft in the middle and crisp on the edges. That's when I layer on the jam, one with strawberry and one with grapes. Perfection. I pour a large glass of milk, and breakfast is fine and mine. Darren comes in as I finish the last piece. "Izzy's famous toast and jelly," he says, pulling up a chair. "Jam," I say with a fake British accent. "It's jam, sir." He cracks up. "Well, you've got jelly jam all over your face. So here's a paper towel, milady." He hands me one. "What are you doing today?" I ask him when my face is presentable again. He's pouring milk over a huge bowl of Frosted Flakes. "Looks like I'm driving you to the mall," he says. "Mom has a consultation at a house out in Milford, and your dad's playing golf." He stops and crunches. "Gotta love Saturdays." "Yep," I tell him as I lick jam from my finger. "I'm glad you're driving, though. We have to pick up Heather, and she'll freak when she sees you." He smirks, nods. That's me, hero of the 6th grade. I'll have to hold her hand in the back seat, I joke. She'll be having a heart attack. Can you come in with us? Not this time. Just to make sure Imani's mom is there. Then I already promised the guys I'd shoot some hoops at the gym. Don't tell Heather, I warn him. She'll give up shopping to go with you. To watch us play? No, to play against you. She is so good. She's 11, Darren says with a flip of his hand, shoveling in more cereal. She's pretty amazing. She has 4 older brothers she plays with all the time. I wouldn't underestimate her. Darren laughs as I gather up our dishes and wash them. But I think about Heather and her brothers. I kind of like having a brother-like dude in the house, especially one who drives. After Darren does the check-in with Imani's mom and he heads out to the gym, it dawns on me. I have 4 full hours to just be me. 4 hours of not belonging to anyone. It's not mom's time or dad's time. It's just a little me time. Is it terrible to admit that I feel like dancing? Chapter 40, Dad's Week. After numerous warnings and reminders, Imani's mom finally lets me, Imani, and Heather go off on our own. Slime store? No. Save the best for last. We'll head to Lush first, we tell her. Have fun, little Lushies, Imani's mom calls after us as we jog off. It smells good even before we get there. I think the Lush people must have a fan-blowing scent into the mall concourse to make customers want to come in. Cotton candy, bubble bars, ocean coconut, mango mousse, boysenberry lotion, Hasidic bath bombs, and one called Cheer Up Buttercup. The place is like heaven. Whoa, I love her hair, I low voiced to Imani, nodding at a woman working there whose hair is streaked with purple and yellow and green. Ooh, look, intergalactic, Heather is squealing, holding a turquoise-colored bath bomb. It smells a little like peppermint. The purple-yellow-green-haired clerk tells us it spirals when you put it in the bath water, and kind of looks like a galaxy while you bathe. She looks as cool as a bath bomb. She's covered in ink, like dozens of tats, faces, flowers, birds. It's hard not to stare. Plus, she has more piercings than I can count. Her name is even cool. Her tag says Griselda. I want to do that when I get to high school, Heather says to Griselda. Heather says as Griselda moves to help another customer. The tats or the piercings, I ask. Both, she gushes, still gawking. My mom would kill me, Imani says wistfully, but I feel so boring standing next to her. I feel ya, I agree. I look at the lady's amazing hair. Then I think, if I dyed my hair purple, maybe no one would notice or even care how frizzy it is. I tug on Heather's arm. Ooh, look, it's whoosh. I laugh because it feels like the slime as I squeeze. We make our slime for less than $1. This stuff costs almost $10, but then, it is professional. The Lush ladies let us sample and sniff as long as we want. Heather buys the stuff to make mermaid water, a big blue bath bomb, and a Sunnyside bubble bar. When you crumble it into the bath water, Griselda tells us, it turns emerald green with gold shimmers. Cool. Even though I usually take showers, I really want to try a dragon's egg bath bomb. It'll burst into like a zillion colors, but will leave a gold shimmery center in the tub. I take it to the counter, dig in the little purse Mom got me last Christmas, and pull out my wallet. That will be $7.88, the salesgirl named Griselda tells me. I pull out my gift card and pass it to her. Then she pauses, kind of tilts her head to one side and says, You're so pretty, really exotic looking. Thanks. I feel myself blushing. Exotic? What does that mean? Is that good or creepy? Griselda's smiling and continues. Are you from one of the islands? Before I can say I'm from 6 miles away from here, she finishes her question. Or are you mixed? I open my mouth and close it, like a fish that's just been pulled out of the ocean. This is not the first time someone has asked me a question like that. I'm never quite sure how to respond. This time I whisper, like I'm telling her a deep, dark secret. I'm from the Isle of Patagonia. Don't tell anyone. She nods like we just shared a joke, but it's not a joke. Now I wish I'd never come into this stupid store, even though I've decided she was complimenting me. Imani and Heather chatter about soap and lotion and head to the counter to pay for their stuff. I wait for them by the entrance. Imani decided on marmalade jelly bomb, orange and yellow and smelling better than any jelly I know of. Their purchases are tucked into their cute little bags, and she and Heather join me in this sort of floral cloud. Heather makes me sniff inside her bag. I'm never going to be able to smell pizza again. My nose is so full of honeysuckle. I have to laugh, which helps bring my mood back up. We pop in and out of a bunch of stores, sometimes just to feel the fabric and check the prices. We hit a dress shop, way too expensive, a top shop, nothing cute there, and we find a place that sells only jeans, skinny jeans, cropped jeans, even old lady jeans that look like something out of a commercial for Rocky Mountain hiking. We try on 7 pairs between us. Heather buys a pair with embroidered designs on the back pocket. Imani can't find anything that fits her height. The ones that are long enough are way too boxy. My mom special orders lots of clothes, she explains. A girl's gotta do what she's gotta do. We hurry down to check in with Imani's mother, then we get slushies. I always order raspberry. Where next, I ask as we drop one off for Imani's mom. Second floor, Imani says. I'll meet you up there, Heather calls out. Your mom says the baby needs a change, and I gotta make a pit stop anyways. Imani kisses Kendi. We get warned again about all the stuff parents say to mess up a girl's fun. Then Imani and I take off. We head up the escalator, and as we turn left toward Nordstrom, Imani notices a new store. Oh, look, she cries out, pointing. It's called Prestige. Sounds expensive, I say. Looks like ladies' designer clothes, Imani says as we get closer. Anastasia would love this, I think. I can already imagine her in the sleek outfit in the window. We pause just outside the entrance, our purchases and slushies in hand. A security guard standing just inside the door gives us a once-over. I stare right back at him. He's blonde, ruddy-faced, and really built. The dude's got serious muscles. A security guard? Imani whispers. We're probably both thinking the same thing. What's so special about this store? We stroll past another couple of storefronts, then, as if we planned it, turn around together and head back to Prestige. We finish our drinks and toss them in the trash at the same time, kerplunk, and walk in. Even the air of the place smells luxurious. I recognize the Mozart Symphony playing in the background. Why is it that people connect classical music to expensive stuff? The security guard immediately leaves his post. I'm aware he's behind us, and I'm betting Imani is as well. I let my fingers feel a baby blue cashmere sweater. It's feathery light. I check the price tag. $495. I clear my throat and show Imani. She doesn't even touch it. We walk quietly through the rest of the store. The purses are all by well-known designers. A coral-colored leather one that I like is $2,000. Whoa. I touch it with my pinky finger. The leather is as soft as Kendi's face. The guard seems to edge closer. We are the only customers in the store. We head to the back where the dresses are hung on gold-colored hangers. Only one of each style is displayed. The man continues to follow us. I lean in to tell Imani. I guess they bring out your size. And as I do, the security guard leans in as well, almost like he's listening. I'm going to have to ask you to leave, he announces in a loud voice. We freeze. What? And then I turn around. Why? I ask. Just following security protocol, he says. This store is probably not the best choice for you two. Imani gapes at him. What does that mean? This is a store for those who can afford it, he replies with a small, hard smile. That really isn't a smile at all. My job is to remove possible threats. Threats? I echo loudly. A pale, slender clerk at the register looks up, then looks away in a blink. Yes, now let's not make a scene. It's time to leave. I don't want to have to call the authorities. But we didn't do anything, Imani objects. Lower your voice, miss, the guard warns, and please leave. I'm not sure what to do. Imani's face is scrunched so tight I can't see her eyes. I think she's about to cry. I grab her right hand. She tightly clasps my left. With our brown fingers lashed like a chain-link fence, we walk slowly toward the door. We pass by that cashmere sweater. Ever so quickly, I reach out my right hand, grab a sleeve, and give it a swift tug. It falls to the floor like a wounded bird as we leave the store. Alright, and when I read tomorrow, we'll be at chapter 41, Dad's Week. We are more than halfway through the book. Thank you for listening, and I will be posting again tomorrow and the next day. Try to get back on track of posting a video every day for daily read-alouds. Thank you guys for bearing with me, and I'll see you tomorrow.